In the ancient days of Middle-earth, before the shadows of betrayal darkened his heart, Saruman the White stood as the chief of the Istari, the order of wizards sent by the Valar to contest the will of Sauron. Known in the West as Curunir, meaning man of skill, Saruman was esteemed for his vast knowledge and wisdom. Clad in robes of pure white, he embodied the might and authority of his order. Saruman's origins trace back to the Undying Lands, where he was a Maya of Aule, the smith. This lineage granted him a profound understanding of craftsmanship and law, particularly concerning the substances of the earth. When the Valar sought emissaries to aid Middle-earth, Saruman was among those chosen, believed to be best suited to counter Sauron's malice. Upon his arrival around the year 1000 of the Third Age, Saruman journeyed into the east, exploring lands unseen by other wizards. For centuries, he wandered, gathering knowledge about Sauron's movements and the hearts of men. His deep studies into the arts of the enemy were meant to strengthen his ability to oppose him. In time, Saruman returned to the west and took a place among the wise. He was appointed the head of the White Council, a group that included the greatest of the Eldar, Galadriel, Elrond, and others, as well as his fellow wizards, Gandalf and Radagast. Galadriel, perceiving Gandalf's humility and wisdom, had wished for him to lead the council, but Gandalf declined, and Saruman was chosen instead. This appointment subtly stirred the first embers of pride within him. The council met to discuss the growing shadow in Dol Guldur, where a dark presence known as the Necromancer had taken hold. While Gandalf suspected this to be Sauron himself, Saruman counseled patience. In the Silmarillion, it is noted, Saruman dissuaded the council from action, assuring them that he had the matter in hand. Unbeknownst to the others, Saruman had begun to desire the One Ring, believing that he could wield its power against Sauron. His studies turned to obsession as he delved into ancient lore, seeking the ring's whereabouts. He took residence in Orthanc, the Black Tower of Isengard, where he continued his secret researches. Saruman's downfall began with the corruption of his mind through the very means he thought to use against Sauron. He employed the palantir of Orthanc, one of the seeing stones crafted by the Noldor. Through it, he sought knowledge, but instead fell under the gaze of Sauron, who possessed the Ithil Stone of Minas Morgul. In The Lord of the Rings, it is said, and the vision of the eye in the stone troubled him, and he was ensnared. Believing he could control the situation, Saruman attempted to play both sides, feigning allegiance to Sauron while pursuing his own ambitions. He began to breed his own army, combining orcs and men to create the Uruk-hai, a formidable force that could move in daylight. His speech became filled with cunning and persuasive words, capable of bending the wills of others. As Gandalf remarked, his voice was low and melodious, its very sound an enchantment. Saruman's study of ring lore deepened. He altered his appearance, casting off his white robes for garments that shimmered in many colors. When confronted by Gandalf at Orthanc, he declared, "White cloth may be dyed, the white page can be overwritten, and the white light can be broken." Gandalf perceived the change, recognizing that Saruman no longer represented the purity of their order, but had been fractured by his desire for power. The seeds of his betrayal were sown in his pride and desire for mastery. He saw himself as a rival to Sauron rather than his enemy. In secret meetings with agents of the enemy, he negotiated and plotted, all the while believing he could outwit the Dark Lord. Saruman's initial dedication to the cause was genuine. He sought to understand the enemy to defeat him. However, his methods led him down a path of moral compromise. The more he studied Sauron's devices, the more he became ensnared by them. His isolation in Orthanc, surrounded by machinery and devices of war, distanced him from the very beings he was meant to protect. His downfall serves as a cautionary tale of how the desire for power can corrupt even the wisest. Saruman's journey from a leader of the wise to a pawn of Sauron illustrates the peril of pride and the illusion of control over dark forces. Continue exploring the untold stories of Middle-earth and share this journey with others who seek deeper understanding of its rich lore.